It's just, I don't want to make any mistakes.
You're not making, the best thing that you can do is remain calm, cool, and collected.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned myself that showing too much emotion and being too emotional makes things not good, you know? So just remain. I know that it's, you know, I haven't been in your position. I can only empathize because I saw, like, you know, things like that in Brittany. It is probably is weird if you're hearing, you know, people telling you you're good, but then up in the air you're hearing something else completely or whatever. But you have to kind of take yourself out of Sarah Beth and look at this objectively and see who you're sitting on the block next to.
Yeah.
I mean, Derek said it in his speech. He's really good, physically.
Well, and socially, he had good relationships with people.
I mean, it's quite apparent. If anybody would like for him to stay there, unfortunately, really, just not thinking. It makes no sense. He's putting up a good fight, you know, and he's making some valid points, I guess, of, okay, I'll be in the threat, I'll stay in the threat in the house, whatever, but no, I mean, it's not working with me, like, fine.
I think it would work better if he was the only threat in the house, but he's not.
Yeah, he's not, but I mean, I don't know, and he thinks that, you know, oh, like, you guys can get me out later and blah, 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 blah. Okay, if we had him stay, he'll always know that there could be an option of a backdoor plan or this or that, and he'll be on the lookout and probably ensure and make relationships to make sure that that never actually happens.
Right.
That's exactly how Mickey got to mine too. I mean, homeboy was a huge threat and still managed to figure and apple himself out of the mix and convince people to keep him. It's just not smart to keep him.
Yeah.
I think he's such a cute guy, such a cute little thing, you know, nice guy. But it doesn't make sense for me, game-wise, to keep him in his house. And even if he had votes from the Kings and votes from here and the Jokers, for me, it makes no sense. He still needs every single Joker to vote for him. And my answer is no. So, it doesn't matter. You have to just trust the process of that this week.
Yeah. I think you're exactly right. I'm glad I talked to you. I'm just gonna chill today.
Yeah, just chill. Be the same person that you were before. Like, don't, because the more that you either make yourself appear weak or concerned or emotional. I know these are people who are on your team and all that stuff, but you have a Ugh.